What's up? Thank you for tuning in. I ain't been on YouTube in a minute, so again, I appreciate you for clicking on my video and showing me some support. And by the title, I'm gonna be telling you how to get your own apartment before 21. I got my apartment at 20, but I procrastinated for a real long time, and I'm gonna tell you that's one of the first steps you want to stop doing. Stop procrastinating. To be honest, you can get you an apartment in less than 2 to 3 months if you working a job, and I'm gonna tell you how. I would try to get a full-time job, all right? When you applying for an apartment and they see you working full-time and you're getting 40 hours out the week, they love that. Like, a lot of apartments, they go off credit, but credit isn't as crucial as your check stub and your rental history. Now, this is your first time getting an apartment, your rental history not gonna matter. You got a clean slate. But your credit, it don't gotta be the best. I mean, it do somewhat matter because, you know what I'm saying, the only way your credit matters is your deposit. Now, you got good credit, a lot of times they don't ask for like the full first month rent deposit. But if you don't got good credit, they all gonna probably ask you for their full first month rent as your deposit. If you get a job, right, and you working 40 hours a week, hopefully you getting paid weekly. If you're not getting paid weekly, 2 weeks fine too. I just know they ask for more check stuff because, you know what I'm saying, they need more history. But if you working a job, you getting paid weekly, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's a warehouse, whether it's the hair store, whether it's any type of job, bro. As long as you getting your 40 ball, you guaranteed. Now, if you working part-time, you can still get a crib. Don't get me wrong. Try to get consistent hours with your part-time and work and get a place within your means. If you working 40 hours a week, when you applying, the first thing they gonna ask usually is they really gonna want 4 check stubs, 4 to 5 of your most recent check stubs, right? This is why I tell you, you only need to work a job for 2 to 3 months. Because if you start a job and you work there for maybe 2, 3 months, really 2 months, really. You work there for 2 months, you getting solid check stubs, bro. You cool. You showed them what you make monthly. Now, another tip is don't try to get something you can't afford. Now, a lot of these places, they want you to make at least 2 to 3 times the rent. Do not get no place when you barely making 2 to 3 times the rent. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of things you're gonna need to pay for, like food. If you got a car, you're gonna need gas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got like insurance, you know what I'm saying? Your phone bill. You know you're gonna want Wi-Fi. You're gonna have to pay your Wi-Fi bill. Those minor things, just like even small things that's not upfront, like hygiene stuff like tissue, all that stuff. You wanna take that into account when you buying or getting your first apartment. Now, my first apartment, I was only paying $936 for a 1-bedroom with like almost 800 square feet. 800 square feet is a lot of feet, ain't gonna lie. Spacious, real spacious. Again, live within your means. Do not rush. If you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can stack, I advise you to stack. My situation was different. I had to hurry up and get out there. There's nothing wrong with starting out sleeping on the air mattress too. Like, if you have to start out on the air mattress, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like, keep building up. I would advise you cut back on a lot of things. I would try to go on a 90-day run. For those of you that know, you know, but for those of you that don't, 90-day run is basically where you just stack up all your money and don't spend no money unless it's a necessity. Like, I ain't saying punish yourself, but limit how much you just waste money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to DoorDash every week. Buy stuff that you can, you know, stretch you out the week. Bread, lunch meat, TV dinners, or like dinners that can stretch you like a day or two so you don't spend money every single day. You don't have to, like, it's nothing wrong to live like you don't got it till you got it. Stop going out, stop wasting all your money, partying, buying weed, buying liquor. Stay away from that. Stick to what you gotta do, bro. Because in the back of your head, you might be thinking, dang, bro, this dad joint, you gotta be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, this not gonna work out, bro. I'm sorry, like, it's not gonna work out. You gotta stick to the plan. All you need is your 4 check stubs, 4 to 5 check stubs. You're gonna send them that, and then after you send them that, they gonna usually hit you back within like 2 to 3 days about your background and woo-de-woo. Then that's when you know they're gonna tell you how much they want for your deposit. Me personally, I was a first time buyer, so it was like a risk, so they want the full deposit. Also, some places ask for renter's insurance, so do your research. Never go to the first place you see though. Like, always look around, you know what I'm saying? Look at different places, because some places might be offering some of the other places don't. Never just go with the first one you see. Trust me. Don't be afraid to take that step and get out there on your own. Now, you are a responsible person that if you was taught to be responsible at a very young age, or you just naturally responsible at a young age, bro, it's gonna be easy for you, bro. Like this ain't gonna be nothing hard for you to do. This is easy for you. Be disciplined. Don't waste your money. Even a better thing that you can do, put yourself in the mindset of you already having a crib. I mean, I ain't got no kids. So if you ain't got no financial responsibilities, bro, look, save up. You try to get a place, right? And you trying to pay like $800 a month, $900 a month. Start saving up some money every week to add up to that. Whether it's $200 to $250, like save that. Cause think about it, you have to pay it while you in your crib. So why not put that in your mindset? Let me go and start saving it so I can discipline myself so that when this time comes, it's easy for me. Some people, they get a crib with no car. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you already got something figured out. You don't have to keep digging money into Ubers, because them Ubers and Lyfts will add up. I would tell you, get a car first, then get the crib. But, you know what I'm saying? If you can make that work, do that. But I just know, man, Ubers cost a lot of money. I used to spend like $200 a week on Uber. That's a regular week. That's not even including if I had to do overtime. So I would definitely recommend you get a car first. And remember, calculate everything that you'll be paying for. If you got a cash car, cool. But if you got a car note, you also want to include that into how much you're going to be paying a month. Like, you just don't bite off more than you can like chew. But don't let people get in your ear thinking you can't do it. You have to want it for yourself. You have to believe in yourself. A lot of people will tell you can't do it because at that age they wasn't ready and they're projected on you. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they want to hinder you from being where you can be because they fear that they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Be around people and ask people that have a crib like, hey, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with asking around. There's nothing wrong with asking around, you know what I'm saying? Ask other people for advice. If you really want to know, ask people around you that have a crib like, hey, you know what I'm saying? How'd you do this? How can I do this? Ask them for advice. That's the best thing I can tell you to do. Grind and stack all your money though. When you do get the crib, you don't have to come out of money up front just to get your furniture. There's a lot of places that you pay over time. You can get a washer over time, but some places provide the washer and dryer. You might want to look for that type of stuff too. Look for places. I recommend looking for places that provide you a washer and dryer, unless you want to come out of pocket or you already got a washer and dryer. But look for a place that already got a washer and dryer. Do your research on the place, because some places got roaches. Now, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I used to, like, as a young kid, you know what I'm saying, everybody come from the struggle. A lot of people come from the struggle, so I'm not afraid to speak on my struggle. But I don't want to go back to roaches, man. So when I was looking for my crib, I couldn't do no roaches. A lot of places in the cheaper areas, they have roaches. Now, if you don't mind coming to buying cans of Raid to kill roaches every week, do that, bro. But me personally, I'm not doing that. They also got some apartments where you can just rent out a room and you have, like, you share an apartment with other people. You just rent out you a room, and you know what I'm saying, that may work for you. That really works for people who's in college. But me personally, I don't think I could do that. You need to know the different types of apartments there are. There's studios, there's 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms. Realistically, I would recommend getting a 2 bedroom. The first one I got was a 1 bedroom, but the 2 bedrooms usually be like $100 more. Now, if you can't afford the extra $100, stay within your means. But logically speaking, bro, it's really better to just go for the 2 bedroom. But always believe in yourself, man. Never feel like you can't do it. Always have the I can mindset. Stick to that job or whatever it is you're doing and just keep trying, man. Thank y'all for looking at my video. Thank you for clicking on the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I don't know who all did, but I will be trying to get back into making more content. I got another video I'm dropping soon. Yeah.
At night I pray to God and crime, hoping shit'll get better. Through thick and thin, I never changed. I had to down through the water. This pain I'm feeling come from years of fighting.